Most people assume you need to buy a brand new SUV to get something dependable. But honestly, some of the most reliable SUVs ever made are sitting on the used market right now for a fraction of the cost. And for seniors especially, these vehicles hit all the right notes. They're easy to get in and out of, simple to drive, comfortable on long trips, safe, and in many cases, built better than a lot of the newer models coming out today. So in today's countdown, we're looking at 8 of the best used SUVs you can buy right now. Vehicles that aren't just affordable, but truly designed to last. Let's jump in. Number 8. Acura RDX. The 2016 to 2018 Acura RDX is the refreshed version of the second generation, and the big reason it stands out is what's powering it. A naturally aspirated V6 engine, no turbocharger, no unnecessary complexity, and far fewer long-term headaches. Acura had experimented with a turbocharged 4-cylinder in the earlier generation, but reliability concerns quickly followed. Bringing back the V6 for this refresh helped turn the RDX into one of the most dependable luxury SUVs in its class. It's paired with a traditional automatic transmission instead of a CVT, and that matters for durability, something you'll hear more about throughout this list. For seniors, the interior is especially appealing. The cabin is quiet, refined, and comfortable, while the power seats include memory settings, so multiple drivers can save their preferred positions. And because the RDX shares much of its engineering with Honda, maintenance costs stay far more reasonable than what you'd expect from most luxury brands. In most markets, you can get a genuinely upscale SUV for well under $20,000. Number 7. Toyota Venza. This may be the most overlooked SUV on the entire list. The Toyota Venza flew under the radar for years, and that's exactly what makes it such a smart buy today. Built on the same platform as the Camry and Highlander, it shares proven powertrains with 2 of Toyota's most reliable vehicles ever made. But because it looked more like a wagon than a traditional SUV, a lot of buyers ignored it. That works in your favor now because prices remain low and competition is minimal. Inside, the Venza feels more spacious and upscale than a RAV4, but the biggest advantage for seniors is the seating height. You don't climb up into it, and you don't sink down into it either. You simply slide in naturally, which is ideal for anyone dealing with hip or knee discomfort. The sweet spot is the 2013 to 2015 models, before Toyota discontinued it for a few years. Find one with a solid maintenance record, and it could easily deliver another 100,000 miles of reliable driving. Number 6. Subaru Outback. Older Subaru engines became infamous for head gasket failures, but that changed in 2015 when Subaru introduced a redesigned engine family using multi-layer steel head gaskets. From that point on, reliability improved dramatically. So if you stick with 2015 or newer models, you're looking at a completely different ownership experience. The Outback also drives more like a car than a bulky SUV, which many seniors actually prefer. It sits lower to the ground, feels easier to maneuver in parking lots, and offers excellent visibility thanks to its slim roof pillars. Being able to clearly see your surroundings makes a real difference behind the wheel. Subaru's EyeSight driver assistance system also comes standard, and it's one of the smoother systems on the market. The adaptive cruise control feels natural instead of abrupt, and the pre-collision braking system has proven itself effective in real-world driving situations. Number 5. Honda CR-V. And the years matter a lot here. The best choice is the 2014 to 2016 CR-V with Honda's 2.4-liter 4-cylinder engine. This is the famous K-Series engine, widely considered one of the strongest and most reliable 4-cylinders Honda has ever built. It uses simple port injection, avoids turbocharging, and has an incredibly durable design. Seeing these engines go past 200,000 miles with only routine maintenance is extremely common. Honda later switched to a smaller 1.5-liter turbo engine, but that version developed a well-known oil dilution problem where gasoline could contaminate the engine oil in colder climates. So the safer move is sticking with 2016 and earlier. One detail seniors especially appreciate is how wide the doors open. They swing nearly 90 degrees, which makes getting in and out significantly easier, whether someone uses a walker, has limited mobility, or simply wants more room to move comfortably. Despite its compact footprint, interior space is also surprisingly generous. Real quick, if you're enjoying this video so far, make sure to leave a like. At number 4, the Mazda CX-5. This one surprises a lot of people because Mazda doesn't always get mentioned in conversations about long-term reliability. But Mazda took a very different engineering approach from most competitors. While other brands rushed toward turbocharged engines, Mazda improved fuel economy through higher compression ratios and smarter engine design instead. Their Skyactiv G engines avoid the added complexity of turbocharging altogether, which means fewer parts that can fail over time. The CX-5 also uses a traditional 6-speed automatic transmission instead of a CVT, and that's important because conventional automatics tend to handle heat and long-term wear far better. For seniors, Mazda made another smart decision that organizations like AARP have specifically praised: physical controls. Real knobs for volume and climate settings instead of burying everything inside a touchscreen menu. That's not only easier to use while driving, but also one less electronic system to worry about as the vehicle ages. If possible, target 2017 or newer models for the quieter cabin, while the 2021 version is considered the most refined of the generation. Number 3, Toyota Highlander. If you need more than 5 seats but still want long-term reliability, the 2013 to 2016 Toyota Highlander is hard to beat. It combines Camry-level dependability with the practicality of a 3-row SUV. That's rare because most 3-row SUVs are either truck-based, making them heavier and harder to enter, or they rely on newer turbocharged engines and more complicated transmissions that can become expensive over time. The Highlander avoids both problems. It shares many components with the Lexus RX 350 and Toyota Camry, which keeps repair costs reasonable and parts easy to find. The ride quality is smooth and quiet, noticeably more refined than smaller SUVs like the RAV4. Even though it's larger, the step-in height remains manageable, and the sturdy grab handles make entry and exit easier. If you regularly carry grandkids, extra passengers, or just want the flexibility of a 3rd row without sacrificing reliability, this is one of the safest bets you can make. Number 2, Toyota RAV4, specifically the 2015 to 2018 models. If there's one SUV on this list that comes closest to being a guaranteed safe purchase, this is probably it. Among Toyota enthusiasts, this generation has a reputation for being nearly bulletproof. The formula is simple: a naturally aspirated 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine paired with a traditional automatic transmission. Toyota prioritized long-term durability over flashy performance, and it shows. The seating position is almost perfect for easy entry and exit, sitting at a comfortable height that allows you to slide in naturally. Steering feels light and effortless in tight parking lots. Cargo space is practical, and resale value remains impressively strong even years later. The one downside worth mentioning is highway noise. Compared to some competitors, the cabin can sound a little louder at higher speeds. But for most buyers, that's a small compromise considering how dependable this SUV has proven to be. If your goal is maximum reliability with minimal stress, the RAV4 makes an incredibly strong case for buying used instead of new. And finally, number 1, the Lexus RX 350. Specifically the 2013 to 2015 models. This is the benchmark not just for this list, but for used luxury SUVs in general. The RX 350 uses Toyota and Lexus's legendary 3.5-liter V6, an engine refined over decades and known for exceptional durability. It's matched with a traditional automatic transmission, avoiding the risks that come with CVTs, turbochargers, or early experimental technology. Lexus also updated the water pump design starting in 2013, fixing an issue found on earlier models, so staying within these years puts you on the safer side mechanically. Inside, the RX feels genuinely premium. Road noise is incredibly well insulated, the materials age beautifully, and everything still feels solid even at higher mileage. For seniors, Lexus paid close attention to ergonomics. The doors open wide. The seating position is what Lexus calls chair height, meaning you step in naturally without climbing or crouching, and the controls are large, physical, and easy to read even in lower light conditions. Used prices today are only a fraction of what these SUVs originally cost new, yet with proper maintenance, many comfortably exceed 200,000 miles. It may not be the cheapest option here, But when you combine comfort, reliability, ease of use, and long-term ownership confidence, the premium is absolutely justified. That's it for today's list. If you found this helpful, make sure to subscribe and leave a comment below. Which SUV would you choose? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.